sugar, spice, but not always nice. The Whirl Girls. Dorina, Steph, Roxy. They'll give anything a whirl.
Hi friends, welcome back to the Whirl Girls. I'm sweating right now as I am so nervous about this episode. We are giving astrology a whirl today for Whirl Girl Wednesdays. I'm Roxy Stryer alongside Dorina Ariana.
Hey, hola, ¿cómo están? Very excited to do this every Wednesday with my girls. Hello, everybody. Let's get some weird astrology stuff going on.
You're excited because we know that we just found out for one quick second that you already went through your worst time. So that's why you're smiling right now.
I hope. I'm also smiling because of Walter Mercado on my shirt.
Yeah, you're rocking that. You are rocking that.
The person who's always complimenting the rest of us. Steph Sabra in the house.
Hey.
I'm very nervous about this, but excited about the month we have.
It is weird that you and I are both so nervous and Dorina is so chill. Why are we so... I don't know what my experience with astrology has been in the past that's making me like sweaty right now. Legitimately sweaty in my lower regions too.
I'm drenched.
Why are you so nervous?
I don't know. Okay, Steph,
we have no idea what's going to happen, what's going to be said. I could find out that I am not where I need to be, or in a few years my shit's gonna be rocked. Like, I just don't know what's gonna happen.
But then you just learn from it and you manifest stuff, and that's part of life. Life is always gonna be good and bad. Just gotta know how to deal with it.
Just on a strange path right now, Dee, and I feel like of us, you're the one who is married and owns a home and is just kicking butt in her career, and Steph and I have a little more growing to do. So this is
listen, we've had growth. But I know that there's growth to be done and it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
Well, if you're also talking about growth, I am way older than you guys too. So I've been through some shit.
And wiser. That's the thing. This isn't our only episode of the month because we now officially are doing Whirl Girl Wednesdays, which means that every single Wednesday, 6 p.m. Pacific time, we will be right here. So just so you guys know, today we are giving astrology a whirl. But next Wednesday, we are doing an Ask Me Anything, dear, what's her name? Abby?
Yeah.
I almost called her Becky. Not Becky.
Not
Becky.
Not Becky.
Or dear Karen. Dear Abby.
No, not dear Karen. A dear Abby type situation. Dee, I know that this is something you've wanted to do for a really long time.
Yeah, and I whenever I've done Q&As on my own channel, I just love talking to people, and they've asked all kinds of questions, not just, entertainment, pop culture related questions, but personal questions. If you guys have questions about relationship advice, of weird, ghost stories, whatever, I love it all. So I'm excited to do that.
It's also wild because the three of us could not give more different advice if we tried. Each one of us gives very different types of advice from different places. So we're really excited about that one. And then afterwards, you guys are forcing me to do a spelling bee when you know that's my greatest weakness of all time. Steph, why are you making us do that?
Because it's fun. It's fun, number one. And apparently Roxy thinks Dorina is this exceptional speller. Dorina claims that we know she is ESL. So I don't know what that means for spelling. She claims that she speaks Spanish, but I think it's a lie.
This is my second language. Why would I be better at spelling than you guys are native speakers?
The English language is BS, and the way that we spell doesn't make sense. So you had to learn that. We didn't learn that. We just learned this is what it is.
Why are you doing this? Whatever. We'll talk about that later, but you are the best speller I know. Don't claim to be otherwise. And then our last episode of the month, we are going to be doing our produced episode. Thank you to our amazing team, Cameron Rice, RB3, and Franco I see right now in here, who's got a lot of editing to do. So that will be our Whirl Girls IRL.
And Brennan, audio guy, my husband.
Of course, and Brennan, who we literally...
The man.
Him have to feel up my sweaty chest as I was dripped off all the stuff. That was good. So we will be doing that the last week. But today, like I said, I stall no more. We are giving astrology a whirl. And luckily, because I don't think the three of us would know like the first place to start with this because I don't know jack shit about any of this stuff. Maybe that's why I'm a little nervous. We've got the spirit sis herself. She's also a medium and a friend of mine and just an awesome person, Steffi Hill, coming in the house. So without further ado, let's bring in our friend Steffi and hope that she treats us with kindness and we don't get too much bad news today from you, Steffi. I'm nervous here.
Don't be scared. Don't.
I am, though. I am.
Listen,
Steffi, I'm stressed.
Astrology isn't like do or die. It's a guide of your energetic gifts and where things are challenging, where things are better, where we can get better at it. So don't stress. Like, take it with a grain of salt. If it resonates, cool. If it doesn't, we'll work on that.
Well, okay. You guys at home, I'm sure you'll have questions too. So make sure that you're putting those in the super chat, in the Streamlabs, which is streamlabs.com/thewhirlgirls. We're going to have Steffi answering whatever weird astrology questions you guys have about us or whatever it is. But what are we doing today, Steffi? Like, what actually... This is a stupid question. What is this? What are we doing?
What are you doing to us?
It's basically astrology on crack. I'm giving you an astrocartography reading. So it's basically astrology of place and where in the world you are best to live, find love, get money based on your natal astrology chart.
Oh no. Are we going to all have to like pick up and move after this?
No, you actually, fortunately, all of you live in really great places. So no,
Blessed
absolutely not.
be thy name.
Absolutely. But if you wanted to, like, let's say you wanted to get more money or have better clients, or you wanted to just like change of pace, whatever, you can move anywhere in the world that really supports you. It's like an energetic hug in a different area. So
how do you know how to do this? Like, is this something that you've always been doing, or is this a learned thing? Can people pick this up, or you have to have it inside you?
And do you have any weird stories just from being a kid that you thought, oh, I need to get into this?
Oh gosh, like several of haunted houses and seeing ghosts at a young age, of course. But I would stop people, on the streets at the grocery store and be like, hey, like, is your dad passed? Cool. Can we talk about that? And they're like, who are you? So yeah, I have like weirdo stories. But as far as astrology is concerned, it's actually more scientific. So if you don't want to wrap your head around the woo, that's cool. But astrology involves math. It involves calculations. It involves a lot of study. So I've been studying astrology for over 13 years, giving professional readings over 5. And then astrocartography, I had to take courses and learn. So I'm learned in this area.
Wow.
So what she's saying is we can't do what she does.
You absolutely
can. We
can.
have an astro queen in the building with us right now.
So you're like you're like a scientist, kind of.
I mean, my teachers in high school would never agree to that, but yeah, I definitely do math and science now because I like it. But yeah.
Were you excited about our charts?
I was stoked on your chart.
Okay.
I'm like, they don't even know what they're, I'm like, ooh. So I've known Roxy for, I don't know, a couple years now.
Yeah.
But I've always told our mutual friend, Lauren LaGrasso, I'm like, this girl's got Leo in her. She's got fire. And she's like, no, she's a Cancer. I was like, no, this bitch got fire in her. Like, she's perfect for being on film, this and that. And then I looked at Roxy's chart and I'm like, this is the movie star chart. So I'll tell you about that. Yeah, shimmy girl.
Yeah, good, because I'm guessing that I'm going to have she's not going so well in other areas. So as long as I can be a star, we'll see.
A star.
Well, I'm from Boston still, so I'm still a star. Can't say the word star.
Also, we'll be in Streamlabs. That's where the best place to reach us at right now. And also, obviously, on YouTube, we'll see all your comments.
Yeah, let's actually take a couple of those before we get into this. Speaking of the amazing Frank, he said, mucho, mucho, mucho amor, Whirl girls. It sounds sexy when I read it like that, right?
Wait, where's the 420 though?
It's 69.
Now we got 69. So
that's even better.
That's what Walter Mercado used to say before he died. The famous Latino astrologer, he would basically say mucho, mucho amor at the end. He just wants to send love, which I thought was beautiful.
Do you hear how sexy it is when Dorina does it?
Yeah, it is.
Super sexy.
Mucho, mucho
Thank you,
amor.
Frank.
Mucho amor.
Also, maybe take a couple Streamlabs before we get into our charts. Dee, you want to talk to me about what's going on in there?
Yes. So thank you to Mr. Oh my God, we got so many. Thank you guys. I got to actually scroll down because you guys are awesome. So the first one we got here is Glenn Caesar. Thank you so much for your contribution. Hello, Roxy, Steph, Dorina, and Steffi. Happy Wednesday evening. This should be a really interesting episode. I don't have a question. I just wanted to support the Whirl Girls. Love you, Roxy, Steph, Dorina. Hashtag the Whirl Girls are all awesome. Hashtag Whirl Girl Wednesdays. Glenn Caesar, you're the best.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Steph, you want to take Matthews?
Yes. All right. We have Matthew Gold. What's up? He says, what is the weirdest request you have been given?
Steffi, that's to you, I think. Like, do people ask for weird things when you tell them that you can connect with people?
I'm very lucky that I don't get any total weirdo. When I didn't have a business, I did get a lot of weirder, kind of scarier spirits that would come through, but not anymore. I mean, people have asked me to like go to the cemetery and like talk to their, loved ones and stuff like that. I've been asked to bless. Oh, I just got asked to do a TV show where I would go in and solve murders of like haunted LA houses.
Ooh.
So
Damn.
I said no because it just felt not in alignment with what I wanted to do, and I don't really do that anymore. Everything that I'm channeling is through, spirits that have crossed over that are in a happy place, not necessarily a scary place. So I used to clear houses early in my mediumship career, but I don't do that shit no more.
When you can be picky.
Is this dumb? But can I basically like call you a Ghostbuster?
Fuck yeah. Lady Ghostbuster.
Yes.
Love that. Love that. Just to give Dorina a little love before we start the show, Movie Fanboy says, or Fanobi, sorry, Movie Fanobi. Hello, World Girls. Dorina's our favorite bruja. Try to be kind, everyone. Boston represent. Roxy. Steve. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate that.
I love Steve.
Wish us frickin' luck today because I think we're going to need it. Let's save some Streamlabs for in a little bit because I want to get started with these reads. Steffi, where do we start? What do we do?
Okay, let's take her easy. Stop stressing. I promise everything that comes through is very gentle. Again, take what you want and leave what you don't. That's astrology.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
your energetic gifts. So if it doesn't
like
resonate,
that.
just fuck that,
I
Sorry,
like
are we allowed
that.
to curse? I did.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I did.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Awesome. So let's just start with one of your natal charts and let me just dive in.
Okay, so
Let's do it.
just so you guys know, we have not looked at these, but it wouldn't matter even if we did because we have no idea how to read
You know
them.
nothing.
So this will
It's
be
science.
up here. This is Dorina's natal chart.
Amazing. So basically for astrocartography, Dorina, I'm going to go over your 4th house. So if you look at the bottom, I know it looks like a crazy wheel. Let me explain first what we're actually looking at.
Yeah,
So-
what is this? This looks like, I wouldn't, if you showed me this, I would be like, what year is this? It
I
seems
know.
like we are in a
Like-
different time.
Remember when I said astrology is very scientific? There's a lot that goes into this. So
Yes.
basically, the moment that all of us took our first breath into the world, the planets aligned in the sky as such to give us like kind of energetic, like I said, energetic gifts, karma that we need to go through in this lifetime, or maybe things that are more challenging we need to fix. So wherever the planets are is kind of showing us what area in our life that we can either bring joy or you bring a little shadow work or work on, trauma healing. So Dorina, do you see, guys, like all of those? If you can, I don't know if we can zoom in, but like see with all the planets on that left side of Maya's. So that's called a stellium, which is an astrology phenomena, and it's very uncommon. When you have 5 planets in a house, girl, you gotta that is your gift in this world. And
Whoa.
in the first
5
house,
planets.
5.
Is that why I'm a weirdo? Sorry. Oh my God.
So are you talking about like I see a little moon and I see like a circle
Yes.
and a P
Yes.
or whatever?
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm looking at in order from top to bottom. It's Saturn, your moon, Pluto, Mars, and Jupiter. You have 5 planets in the first.
Wow.
So that when I was trying to place you in places in the world and looking at that, I was like, ooh, some of her planets, like they're all also on top of each other. But you are here to really love yourself. You are on a self-love journey in this lifetime and not worrying about what anyone else thinks. You just love yourself.
Sucks.
Truly.
I wonder if I go like this, if you can start to see us behind it. No? All right.
Yeah,
we'll
a
keep
little
looking at
bit.
this
Well,
one.
you can
All
take
right.
it down. I can talk to you guys just normal now.
I'm scared. I'm nervous of it. I if I take it down, what happens? Is it
I
gonna
can
like
still
hex
talk.
us?
No, it's totally fine.
Okay.
I wrote down
Is it-
notes so I can tell you what's going on.
I'll
Don't-
keep putting it back up periodically whenever you need it.
Yeah, of course. I'll just
what do
talk.
you- Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to talk. No, you ask me. What do you
No,
want?
no, because I want you to tell everything. Because you're
great.
like my Yoda. You tell-
Mutual love back and forth. Like, no, you know.
Yes.
So I was talking about your fourth house. So we're all in this freaking quarantine. I think a lot of people are wondering, like, what's my best home environment? What makes me feel safe? And astrology can tell us that. So I look at your fourth house, which is all about home and your home environment and what makes you feel good. So your fourth house is in Capricorn, which honestly, like, growing up, did you have one or two strict parents, or were you not feeling like you could be your true self at home?
I grew up with divorced parents.
Okay.
So my dad left when I was like 5, and then
Mm.
my mom wasn't. Yes, she's like a judge and lawyer.
There we go. So
Yeah.
people with this placement, I have like a lot of love for, because it's like a very isolated, cold childhood, but then they grow to be these massive healers and later in life, and they learn to really like love themselves and then heal other people because their inner child is so wounded. But basically where you thrive is in a home that you own. So I heard that you own a home, and I was like, of course she does.
This is
And
so
then-
you. This is so you, Dee.
Yes.
And
Like
then
from your childhood
Healer,
to now.
that makes
Yeah.
me feel good. Okay.
Yeah, and then it's also possible. Well, I prefer you in a city, a pretty big city. So I don't know where you live
prefer
now.
that as well.
Where do you live?
I'm in LA. We're all
Oh,
in
okay.
LA. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, awesome. That's what I assumed, but I just didn't know because of quarantine if you moved home or whatever happened. Yeah, you're supposed to be in a big city, and honestly, houses that have more than one story, or even living in like a skyscraper, that's very Capricorn fourth house. So you like to be above, looking down on like commerce and market. So it's really important for you to be in like a bustling city, looking down on people, basically.
I do like. You mean like a shady king or something, or queen?
Totally. But you just like to be like either immersed in that like New York City, LA, that type of environment, but also you want to be above and ahead of it. Yeah.
Now, what do you mean by the fact that this is an uncommon thing to have the 5 planets?
It's because a lot of times we'll pull up the 2 other girls' charts. I'll show you. Well, I think Roxy has a stellium too. But sorry, throw
That's
up
okay.
Steph's chart.
Yeah. Here we go.
So see how
Whoa.
Steph has no
Ooh,
planet,
Oh,
Whoa.
Wait, Steph has no what?
no stellium planets. Like
That
she
means
has.
they're not in the same place?
Yeah. So see how hers are really evenly spread out.
Yeah.
So that basically means that Steph, you're a pretty well balanced person, and you have a lot of karma in all different areas. Some that are really helpful, and some that are more challenging.
Damn.
So
Good for you,
yeah,
Steph.
Yeah, I am balanced. I'm sad to hear about the bad karma, but I do think I have some
everyone
good
has
karma. People
everyone
like
has
it.
a Pluto, everyone has a Saturn, everyone has tough areas, and it just depends on what house it's in. That will tell you, that will give you a little clue of like what you need to work on.
Mhm.
So what do we stick with Steph now, or what do we? How do
Yeah,
we?
let's go with Steph. I'll tell her home
Okay.
environment.
Here we go,
Great.
baby.
Okay, so Steph, like we said, we have a really nice, well balanced chart, and then your fourth house is in Sagittarius. So honestly, you are meant to be around sunshine. You want to adventure, wilderness, spirituality, explore. So you want to live in a city where it's like equal adventure and exciting and new opportunities, and you prefer to be in a sunny city.
Facts.
He literally never left California.
Never even questioned it. I'm like, wherever the sun is, I need 75 degrees or up, and I'm like blooming.
That's exactly right. So yeah, also too, for your home environment, are you pretty close to family, or do you live close to family?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
important for you. It's also important for you to be in big spaces. You actually like a little more room at home, bigger apartments, sun coming through the windows. It's important for you to expand. And also later in life, it's important for you to have a house that you can renovate and expand.
That is
Right.
very
Yes.
true.
Yes. Yes. Steffi, you are reading me.
And also, it's really important, since Sagittarius rules like foreign places, it's really important for you to have artwork from different areas of the world. And I can talk to you.
What do you mean when you say really important? Like important for her happiness, or like what makes it important for what?
Her home environment. So what makes her feel safe and secure at home. The fourth house is really important because of quarantine, but how you feel safe in your shell, in your home. I mean, that's like one of the
it's funny you
crucial
say
things.
that because I had a bad week last week and I was crying one day and I look up and I see this Japanese doll that my mom brought back from Tokyo when she was visiting, and I like made eye contact with her. I'm like, are you like reading me in a good way or a bad way? But I felt comfort at the end of the day that I had her in the house.
Amazing. And that with your Tokyo placements, that makes so much sense. So we'll talk about that later. But yeah, so that's important for you to have a home environment that feels, like I said, expansive, sunny, and have artwork in your anywhere in your house.
Do we go to my natal chart now?
Yeah, you're up next.
And Steffi, before you start with Roxy, can you explain what is our like rising signs or like moon rise? Like am I like a Libra, I think, and then
yeah.
Wait, but
then
is that
have a different one? Like what is
that
mean?
relevant to this thing? That matters for this?
It's important for astrology, and this is an advanced astrology. I kind of like skipped the newbie steps, which maybe now in retrospect I should have just done like a regular chart, but it's really fun. Basically, people ask in astrology, what's your top 3? I don't know if anyone in the comments said that, but it's like a big thing. So for example, I'm a Cancer sun. That's what I put out in the world. I'm a Cancer rising. That's who I truly am on the inside. And I am an Aries moon. So that's how I deal with emotions. So if you pull up a chart, I can tell you right away.
Okay.
Which chart?
It doesn't matter. Anyone.
Let's pull up yours, Rox.
Yeah, well, I think, D, if you're cool with it, let's make it through the houses like we were doing in terms of the fourth house, and then we can come back to your question about which is which for us.
Well,
D's like,
what's
my rising? I need to know my rising.
No, I was more so just wondering, like, because I see people talking about all these different like rising, like, moon signs and sun signs, and I was just wondering if that's relevant to any of our charts, and like, and what does it mean to? Because I just know I'm a Leo, right? I don't know the other stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Your moon. I also wrote down stuff for your moon, and that's truly what makes you want to move, because the moon moves really quickly in our, in our solar system, and that's actually where I look to see why you'd move and what makes you feel emotionally safe within moving. So I can talk
I'm pulling
about
up my chart first, and then
Rox, let's go.
All right, what's going on?
Okay.
I've got what Dorina had, but not as much, right?
Oh God, actually, yeah, you have a stellium. So you do too. Up at the top of the chart, you'll see it's in the sign of Leo. You got your moon, your Jupiter, and your Mercury, and you have an asteroid which is called Chiron, but you have a stellium, yes, in your 9th house, which is all about long distance travel. So we're going to touch on that for sure. So Rox, you are a Cancer sun. So people think of you as warm and loving. You're a Scorpio rising. So you like to investigate. You like to get to the bottom of the truth. If you're like a human lie detector, you can suss out when people are lying, and you don't like any bullshit. And then you are a Leo moon, which is truly like the sign of the performer.
Wait, I feel like I'm not that warm and loving. Do you guys think I'm warm and loving?
That's your Scorpio. That's your Scorpio. Here's the thing. Once you trust someone, you are gushy, but at first you don't let them in at all.
That's definitely true. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, that's very true.
Also, your Leo moon will like, if you fuck with my friends, you fuck with me. Like you will put down for people.
Yeah. Okay.
Loyal as fuck. That's
Wait, but what did that mean about my living? Does it mean anything about my living?
No, we're getting into
that's long distance travel. But for your 4th house, Rox, I'll pull it back up. So see at the bottom of the chart where it says in like black, it says IC.
Yeah.
So
it says like IC 27 or something.
Yeah, that's the 27 degrees. Again, like there's math involved, but basically the IC is your home roots. You're in Aquarius and you don't have any planets in the 4th house. So basically Aquarius, this is a really interesting one because you can actually be home anywhere, but you actually should be. Do you have like have you been moving, or like do you move to different places all the time?
I've lived in LA for 10 years. I've moved 7 times. So I feel like that's
that is
a lot.
Yep. So Aquarius is like, it's really about finding energy and changing stagnant energy. So if you're in one place for too long, it will drive you insane and give you anxiety. Also too, it's like this is a very unique place because this is also the sign of someone that will just rent an RV and just like travel around the country.
Wait, I've been literally saying this to Steph. I want to rent an RV and just go. Like that's what I've been wanting to do for a month.
I wrote that. Why don't you rent an RV?
I don't know why I don't. Why don't I rent an RV?
You have the placement that should. Also in your home, it's really important to have color. Like anything color, it doesn't matter what color, it needs to be colorful. And then you also should constantly be moving stuff. So it's like if you're feeling any type of weird energy, just move like maybe one candle to another side. Just kind of move stagnant energy, because if you're like move your desk, move your bed, you should always do you do that already? Or
I mean, I guess not as much as I should. I do move, like before we started, I moved a plant here, and then this plant has lived in like 15 places in my home. But I'm very small, so moving furniture is harder. But I definitely move trinkets and knickknacks around.
Keep doing that, because that will help the energy for sure. And yeah, I think you should do the RV thing. And I mean, you need your personal space a lot, but you also love to be around people you live with. Like, this is a good placement to live with really close friends.
I live alone. I shouldn't be living alone.
No.
Oh, no.
But there's the thing is you like independence. So it's actually important for you to have alone time. But I mean, honestly, you can take it or leave it. If you're living alone, it's just important for you to move energy around in your house constantly.
Okay. All right. Scary, guys. This is why I'm scared.
Now, Steffi, quick question for the three of us. Because you're very, very nice in telling us all the cool things about our charts, but like, can you read anything that says, oh, these are like, actually more like negative traits that you need to work on, or is like, okay.
Yeah, I can. I'm not going through it now, but of course I can. I can tell you where your Achilles heel is right away. That's why whenever I'm dating someone, I get the chart immediately, because if they have commitment issues, it's over,
How do you do that? You just ask, you say, I need to know your time of birth and location.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My boyfriend now, he waited like 6 months to give it to me. And I was like, seriously, dude? And then finally he got it. We have the same birthday, by the way, which is crazy.
Wild.
So, but for an astrologer, that's like, my
And how is his chart? Is his chart like, okay, you passed?
Yeah, he passed. I mean, by the time he gave it to me, I was like, I'm over it. But yeah, no, he did.
Should we take a couple things from the super chat and Streamlabs before we move forward? Frank said, what about the position of Uranus? I mean, what the hell? Like, what does that? Okay.
I can answer that if he wants me to.
Yeah, I guess I want you to tell me.
Yeah, so Uranus is what I call it. But so that's basically where in your chart that you need to be liberated and where you need to change things up. So basically what I was saying, Rox, about my computer's going to die. That's not good.
I definitely need to liberate my anus. Kidding.
Totally. Why not?
I think your anus is liberated. I need some liberation of the anus, please.
Listen, anus liberation is a good thing. So
it's healthy for you.
Speaking of Uranus, it rules technology, and literally all F-ups in technology or anything, that's Uranus. And then my computer just told me it was about to die right when that happened.
Wow, that's so weird. Okay, wait. John Darius said, you're all great. Stoked for tonight's stream. P.S. Team Libra all day. Much love to you all.
Oh, Libra, of course, giving money. That's
is that what Libras do? I don't even know what that means.
I mean, they're just all about like love and harmony and peace. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
My grandma was a Libra. We have a couple more Streamlabs that I can read as well.
Yeah, what's going on?
Morse Code Z, thank you for your Streamlabs contribution. Looking forward to catching the show after I take my friend's kid home, who I have to pick up at 6. Good luck, ladies. I hope that goes well, Morse Code. And then also like shout out to Samir. My boy Samir, yay, Whirl Girls are back. I am a Virgo, 8/24, August 24th, so I want to know what makes us the best sign.
Virgo, well, I can tell you your gifts. Virgos are like the best friends of the zodiac, so you probably have tons of friends. They're very practical. They get shit done. They're good at work. They're organized. They can be a little too anal retentive. That's my negative on Virgo, but for the most part, they're really down to earth, great people.
All right. Go Virgos. But let's go back to this in the chart. So what do I click on next? What do we look at next?
So let's go into the just for sake of time, let's go into the maps of the world because I think that's pretty interesting.
Cool.
And off air, I can tell you other notes if you want to know more.
Yeah, tell us what's going on.
No.
So who do I click on? Start with Dorina. Do I click on?
Let's move with like their best places to live first.
All right. So Dorina best.
Okay, girl, you need to go to Morocco.
Ooh.
Morocco. So you'll see, again, it's like the natal chart. You're like, what am I looking at? So basically, I'm looking at planet lines in the world. I aspected it to your natal chart. So in Morocco, this is how you're going to feel. You're going to feel spiritually aligned, your purpose, like what your spiritual purpose is. You're also going to feel this like fiery heroine energy where you're just going to like feel empowered, also feminine and masculine. So it's like meeting the worlds because you have the moon and the Mars. And then you're going to be hella attractive to people because you're on a Venus line on the descendant, which means, you know, well, you already have a partner. So, I mean, you can.
I have two partners.
Then bring them both to Morocco and have a good ass time.
Okay.
But that literally sounds like Dorina's heaven.
Yeah.
Like
I should go there now.
But in general, you will just be naturally attracted to this. So I wouldn't be, and it runs through Portugal too, and some parts of Spain. So I wouldn't be surprised if people from this area are naturally drawn to you.
Okay, cool. What is, so, because you have are these little signs I see, like these are like moon and rising. Is that what those mean?
Yep. So
like on each.
Yep.
Sort of
so
line?
From left to right, I can read you what they mean. We have moon on the midheaven. You got Mars on the midheaven, Venus on the descendant, the green. You have Pluto on the midheaven. That's black. The pink one is Jupiter on the midheaven. And the last one is a north node on the descendant. So those
what's
all mean
midheaven?
Midheaven is for career goals and like ambitious, like long-term places. So it's a good place for work and money.
Okay.
You got a lot on the midheaven.
Yeah. So also, honestly, that's why I said like spiritual purpose. So I think you could come here and really find a way to tap into your spiritual resources and make money doing it.
Cool.
All right, let's
go to Casablanca's nearby, and I really love that movie. So.
Oh yeah, so I was about to say you should go to Casablanca because you have two lines. You have your Mars and your Venus going right through Casablanca, which is like boom energy. You're gonna feel it like empowered AF.
Okay.
Steph's best.
Steph's best, girl, you got to go to Paris and the Netherlands. Actually, I was kind of PO'd at your chart because I was like, this bitch has no negative lines in Europe. Like, you got good stuff.
Wow.
Didn't you study abroad in Paris?
Yes, I did study abroad in
Shut
Paris.
up. Yeah. I must have cut it off like lower, but no, Paris is amazing for you. You all have good stuff in like Western, like England, and then up through the Netherlands. So the energy you're going to feel is, by the way, this is also a place to have a second house. So if you're thinking about living somewhere, getting like a little apartment in Paris or whatever, this is also a place of meeting fated relationships. So having and you're going to just feel pleasant, like yourself. You're just going to feel so good. And Paris, did you feel like relaxed? Did you feel pleasant there?
When I think about Paris, I long to go back there. Because I felt like it was super like my type of city oriented.
Yeah.
But I see it coming through England, which I never went to.
Yeah, you have great stuff going on there.
Ooh, we got to make a trip then.
I mean, Paris is the best. I love that place.
All right. So Roxy best. What do we got?
Girl, you got to go to Monaco, France.
Ooh.
Like
the
what?
Best, Rox. It's the best.
But
South of France, girl, you are set.
Girl. Oh my gosh. And then Marseille over there, you have some really good stuff. So it's so random, but like,
what am I going to do there?
Okay, you're gonna be popping.
Just
so
eat like a bunch of bread and cheese and live.
I hate cheese. You know that.
Bread, wine.
I can actually see you going here, Rox, for a project. Like, or if you want to go there and like film a project, film like anything, podcast. I kept on hearing this too, and I was like doing your charts. I was like, does she want to be a travel blogger? I know that sounds very influencery, but you like traveling abroad in different places and interviewing people and stuff is so correct for you in your chart.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. You even living abroad is like actually pretty favorable in your chart.
No way.
you have a North Node descendant line, which is all about like meeting fated relationships, soulmate people in your life, including like good friends and lovers. And then Venus
In
on the
Monaco?
yeah, girl.
My
Get that.
lover is in Monaco.
Yeah, potentially.
Where
can
is
also
my
be, like-
lover?
Maybe in Monaco. Come with me, then we'll stop by Paris.
I will go. The south of France is where it's at. I'm telling you.
I've always wanted to go there. And also,
Yes.
I mean, French people have the best music, really. French
And-
EDM.
By the way, with this Venus on the midheaven, this is the best place to make money. So if you can't go to Paris right now because of Corona, you can actually start like advertising towards that place and you'll start getting money.
Like towards Monaco.
Yeah. Towards France. Start doing advertisements in France. I did this for my friend and I was like, you're going to have business in London. And I was like, start doing that. And she literally got a full-time job.
Don't you feel like the
abroad in
French
London.
people would hate me though?
I mean, not according to astrology.
Okay, damn. All right, so
So we're
we
both
did.
in France, so that's good.
I
And
know.
then-
You guys can go visit each
Serena,
other.
Gee, you're not that far either.
Oh
I'm not,
yeah,
I'm just
I have
south of you
family
guys.
there. We can go visit.
You
Oh
will
my
come
God.
to Casablanca, right?
100%.
Rick's Cafe?
Yeah.
And Steffi obviously has to go with us so that she can be our guide because otherwise we're screwed.
I have great
Okay.
lines in France. I'll come too.
Oh, good. What do we do next? Do we do worst or do we do the cities?
Whatever you feel. Do you want good
Let's
news
do
or bad news?
worst.
Bad news. Bad news.
Bad news first.
Bad news.
All right, Dee, here's your bad news.
Okay. So it was really difficult picking a bad place for you, which is nice, but you're not really loved in Canada.
Oh no! Why? I thought
It's the
Canadians
place
were
on
great.
earth.
But like
too nice,
Calgary,
thank you.
Calgary and West Side Canada's good, but like Winnipeg ain't your shit.
Okay.
So you have Pluto, you're going to have so much like just difficulty, you'll hit friction and you won't be able to love. Remember we talked about your chart really about loving yourself.
Uh-huh.
So this is the place where it's kind of just going to be tough. It's going to be, you're going to have like trauma coming up and it's all about self trauma. So I don't love it for you. Then you have this really juicy, great moon line, which is that blue line on the right side. That's really lovely, but it's being cock blocked by Saturn and Pluto.
Wow, fuck Saturn and Pluto.
There's
those
such a
cock
fucking
blocks.
cock block.
I
dude.
also didn't like Ukraine for you. I was picking between Ukraine and Canada, and I was like, I'll just go with Canada. But
Damn.
We're
Well,
so
sorry
lucky,
to the
Dee.
Canadian and people from Ukraine. I'm gonna avoid you apparently.
yeah,
Well,
avoid them
but-
at all costs.
Let me ask you this though, Steffi. When you say that like a lot of things would come up for Dee and she would have past traumas or whatever, is there some value in her going there to deal with situations?
I love that you said that.
I
because
had that same question. Thank you.
I
Roxy, for
hated
reading my mind.
saying that it was the worst place because I actually truly don't even believe it's the worst place for labeling reasons. I was like, let's just do worse. But any place is going to be challenging, is going to make you grow. I grew up and was raised on one of the worst lines for my chart. And I went through so much trauma and horrible childhood. And then I moved to LA and everything shifted. And then I realized, wow, I wouldn't be who I was without that trauma. So if you
Damn.
go there and you're going to have some heartache or maybe some trauma, but you're a badass. You can deal with it no matter what you do.
So now
I mean-
maybe you have to go there.
Maybe. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I at least now I know that I'm gonna have to like work hard emotionally when I'm there. So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
okay.
scared of Canadians.
Let's see where Steph shouldn't go, but also like maybe should.
Okay, Somalia, which is literally the coast of Africa, East Africa, but also like Tanzania doesn't look good, Kenya, Ethiopia. And I know Somalia is kind of the pirate. It's kind of scary. I had a friend that traveled there. It
Oh
is
my God.
dangerous.
So
So
what's up with Steph not going there?
I almost went to Kenya to do a program there.
oh no.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let me just say,
Like-
I don't know if you're in a relationship, but
No.
well, things
I'm
with
free of
exes would come up.
burden.
Things with exes would come up.
Oh God, let's avoid that.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then you're Pluto, and then also this is messing with your money. Pluto with money, you don't want to deal with that. So just when you go there, you would either have to really plan to have savings and make sure it's all good. But honestly, I don't recommend it for now.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
yeah.
God.
If it's not gonna grow me, and I'm just gonna like lose money, it sounds like a lose. So
What
I
do
feel
you-
like
Exes? Like they would follow her there or something? What do you mean they would come up?
I don't know. I have to look at her where her Chiron is. Hold on, let me see. I could look it up.
That's
real
the little
quick.
asterisk thing you talked about, right?
Yeah, yep. So
I'm
Chiron is the you are a really good learner. Chiron is the wounded healer. Your Chiron, Steph, is in 11th house. Yeah, it's really not good for community or like making friends or anything. It would just be a
I'm
tougher
okay. Yeah, that's good to know. There's a lot of places I want to visit. I can pause on those areas.
But here's the thing that's silver lining on the west side of Africa, like below Morocco, you have absolutely awesome lines. So it's just that
Amazing.
east area that I would avoid for now. But maybe after your Saturn return, after you turn 30, you'll be able to come and handle that.
Before
Okay.
we get out of it, because we still have so many things to do, but I want to remember the Saturn return because I want to hear about this Saturn return shit that's going to rock everybody.
Yes.
But, okay, here, we're going to my worst. All right, where can I go?
Okay, don't go to Florida.
That will be hard.
I was LOLing because I was like, I bet she doesn't like Florida already.
I mean, like, I love Miami, but like Florida as a whole,
Well, in Miami, you have a line that's actually like, so this is a line like, let's say you were in a relationship or you wanted to switch things up, like get new sex routine or just figure out something new. It's like you're in a rut. You can go to Miami and let loose, but you're so close to like Fort Lauderdale is not good.
No, I don't like Fort Lauderdale.
So it rings true. That's on your Saturn descendant. So if you were again like going with like you could have relationship troubles or like friendships breaking up or contracts breaking up. And you won't be able to really communicate. Your Saturn's in your third house of like being able to speak your mind, and you'll just be like, I don't feel like myself here.
This is so strange because I took a sibling trip to Florida this past year, and like on the last night, I never do this. I had like a blow up cry out, like fest, and like my siblings are my best friends. It kind of came out of left field.
You know what's funny? Your Saturn's
What?
in your third house that also rules siblings. So
No way.
swear to you. So that makes so much sense to me.
I just heard the Twilight Zone theme in my head.
But like I really love Miami in general, so I'm sad about this. But also I've had other issues with my like a lot of controversy around Miami in my life. There's been like a lot of family arguments about Miami.
Yep. You do better in like the Gulf Coast panhandle area, but the energy is very anxious, anxiety ridden.
Damn. Okay. So now we know
So the
where
worst is over.
go.
We got it over with. Woo! You guys
Is the worst
through.
over?
Yes.
We have a couple of super chats coming in that I want to get to before we get to some of the other stuff from you. Let's see what. Of course, I'm having a hard time scrolling on here, but I did see somebody gave a very generous one that I will get to in a second. Joseph Ashley before that said, Pisces, March 9th. Am I wasting time being an artist? Is that a thing about Pisces?
Oh, God, absolutely. You are meant to be an artist. You are meant to be. Pisces need to channel creativity. If they're not, they get really lazy and they get depressed. So you have to be creative every day for a Pisces. Please don't give up.
I feel
Steph
that.
is all nodding.
I feel that.
Guys, Jig Yoda for the win in here. Hell yeah, Jig Yoda. Do you ever get bothered by people who don't believe in astrology, Steffi? Also, my birthday is June 21st, so I always see sites have me listed as either Gemini or Cancer.
Oh my gosh, thank you for the beautiful question and the donation to the Whirl Girls. What I will say is I don't get bothered because we're all on our own spiritual journeys. I know a lot of people think it's bullshit. They're skeptical, and that doesn't bother me because I still relate. It relates to my life, and I've changed a lot of lives by doing this work. So if you're allowed to change your mind. So no. And June 21st, you are on the cusp of being a Gemini or a Cancer. So being a cusper, you actually carry naturally both energies of those. I would have to have a reading with you and see your actual birth time because I'll be able to decipher through with my software if you are indeed a Cancer or a Gemini.
I think that's such a great way of looking at it because I always get nervous. Steffi, we had a conversation about this. I'm super skeptical about this stuff. Like, I don't know where I lie. I've had good experiences. I've had bad experiences with mediums and with astrology, but I think it's great that like you know where you lie. So where other people have questions, you're okay with it.
Oh yeah, of course. I
accept
everyone for where they are in their journey, and if you're skeptical, I'd love to change your mind.
Mr. Vaju in here also said, is it true that us Scorpios make the best lovers? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, Scorpios are great at sex, but they can become very obsessive and possessive about their partners. So a healthy Scorpio, and Roxy, you're a Scorpio rising, so you're probably a great lover too.
Hey.
But it's very oh girl, oh girl, oh girl, oh girl, shake it.
So
yes.
I've been told.
Hey, we'll take it. We take any compliments here.
Although you guys saw I couldn't put much in my mouth, so we'll see what that's like there.
No, there's other
Chubby
ways.
Bunny.
Who
You
said
don't
that?
need to, there's other ways.
Chubby Bunny, you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you may not have a big mouth, but maybe you're good with your hands or something.
You work it regardless. No, Scorpios make great lovers. Like I said, though, when they really trust their partners, they can be even better lovers. But they also like a lot of kinky stuff, and that's totally in your avenue. So explore all things sexuality for sure.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
This tells you so much about yourself. I just don't even know. Like,
I know. I could go for hours.
Okay, let's keep going with these charts. So now you asked us to pick a specific place. And we all picked different places. Let's see. D, you picked New Orleans.
Yeah,
I
think I said either New Orleans or Paris, one of the two.
So I picked New Orleans for you. Okay. You did have actually very nice lines in Paris too, by the way.
Sweet.
But I picked this one because I wanted to switch it up and do America. So you're in New Orleans. This is a lovely energy for you, but it's also like go to be independent, go to have tons of activities, switch it up. You got to go on your own and just like explore the city, and also like actual activities like exerting energy is really good for you. So walking up and down the strip, and also owning that masculine part of you that's like, I'm a badass. That's really important in New Orleans. So you'll probably find some strength and empowerment there.
Okay. I mean, the reason I asked for is just I went once last year for the first time, and I just fell in love with the place. I just wanted to know what was going on there.
Totally. You're empowered there. You're really strong there. So, and you might even have a past life there. So that's probably why you're drawn there.
Why does she have herself?
Weird voodoo shit.
I want her to go by herself because she's on an ascendant line, and an ascendant line is truly like how you need to relate to yourself. It's self-love, it's self-care. Mars also too is a super independent sign, and going by herself will be better because if she's with a partner, she'll be really frustrated, and there could be like some butting heads. That's the lower energy of Mars.
Okay.
Steph, you picked Tokyo.
Mm-hmm. I've been dying to go to Japan.
So
anywhere.
See how many lines you have, Steph?
Yeah.
It's insane. So Tokyo is through, there's a lot of lines, but basically it's funny because the lower part of Japan has a Pluto line, which is not really necessarily favorable, but you will have a spiritual awakening experience. So you will be able to get clarity on your job, get clarity on money, and get clarity on like what you truly want in the world. So, and also you have this DC line, which is very similar to what Rox had in Monaco, where you can meet really good like friends, lovers. It's like faded relationship stuff will happen here.
In the southern part of Japan.
No, I think it's like Osaka and then Tokyo.
Why does it look like she's got so much stuff going through Hiroshima?
Because she's right on a Saturn line. Yeah, that's just the way the lines like are based on her chart. So she has really good influences that are helping. So Saturn lines are kind of difficult, but she has other lines that are helping her along the way. So that's why I said it would be a spiritual awakening, because it would be a mix of like life-changing stuff and a mix of like really pleasant and then maybe some challenges, but in the best way.
Steffi, how do you come up with these charts?
So I have a software that does it, but the software is very archaic and old. I still have to interpret everything with my own knowledge. So I have software that just computes it, but I'm also looking at everything. I'm taking your chart, I'm copying and pasting it. I'm just looking at all this stuff like based off my knowledge and experience.
Cool.
Okay. Roxy picked. That's me. I picked LA because like live here. I am here 11 years this week. This is my.
Oh my
I
gosh!
just moved here
Congrats.
11 years ago. Thank you, but tell me what I need to know.
So you have nothing, no lines, bad or good, going through Los Angeles. So it kind of means you get a mental break. However, you are closest to, see that pink line going through Vegas, Rox?
Yeah.
So that is the most pleasant line to place a client on. I love this line for you. It makes you grow. It makes you expand. It's good luck. So you're not directly on top of the line, which I kind of like, but you're still getting good luck. Honestly, do you get a lot of opportunities to go to Vegas?
Yes, all the time.
That's good for you. Keep going.
Really?
Yep.
For
money too?
Sometimes a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viva
I've done a decent
Las
amount,
Vegas.
or even in like Nevada. But yeah, I booked a couple acting gigs there. I did some cannabis gigs there. I have done a
keep
lot of
going.
Vegas stuff.
Yep. It's also like it's just easy to go there. It's from LA. It's easy, but being close to that Jupiter line, like I said, that's you have it really nicely aspected in your chart too. But Jupiter is the good luck, optimistic, happy-go-lucky planet, and you're closest to it in LA. So
Yay! Right?
yeah, totally
Okay.
yay. Totally yay.
Me interpreting your interpretation, I'm like, I think that's a good thing.
It's absolutely a good thing.
Maybe, Roxy, you'll end up there as an older artist with the residency, like Cher or someone like that.
I've always wanted to do something like that, Dee, because the houses there are so inexpensive and it's so close to LA.
I think you should think about it, Roxy, because you have some really good stuff going on over there.
I wish that I was like Britney Spears singer doing my stuff on stage.
Well, maybe you'll have a show there. You don't know. Like maybe you'll be live on stage and doing your own thing. Who knows?
That would be unbelievable. Some super chats coming in. Before Jigyoda, you had asked about the birth time. And first they said 12:15 was their birth time, but then they corrected themselves and said 12:37. Sorry for annoying mom, just showed me my identification band. So now you know their birth time.
It's really important to get the exact birth time because the planets can change within minutes. So yeah, thank you for getting the birth time. It's really important. I'd love to give you a reading.
So if
we also have a stream left here from Gingerbread that says, "This is my kind of episode. LOL, hell yeah." Roxy, do you mind saying what Grammy and Papo's sign are? Or signs?
They're both Leos. Both my grandparents are both Leos. They have lions covering their entire house. Leos surround me my whole life. My sister's a Leo. My grandparents, who are my two closest people on the planet, are Leos.
Is that why we get along?
I was going to say one of the Whirl girls is a Leo.
Planets in Leo.
Dee is a Leo. One of actually Steffi, you know her too. Ashley Grace Daniels is a Leo. Like all people in my life are like so Leo all the time. I have a lot of Leos. So no, I don't mind saying it all. Thanks for asking. Gingerbread, did you say that was, Dee?
Yeah, gingerbread.
So, Steffi, by the way, and before we keep going forward, you said that you would love to give them a reading. How do people get readings from you? Like, is that through your website, or how do anybody who wants to get a reading from you, how do they do that?
Yeah, they can go to my website, which is spiritsis.com. So my business name is Spirit Sis. And then they can go to my Instagram too, which is spirit_sis. You can DM me, slide into my DMs, and we can talk about a reading for sure.
I love that Instagram. It's so beautifully laid out.
Oh, thank you.
Very aesthetically pleasing. Yeah,
thank you so much. I've gotten help.
Can you talk to us about this Saturn situation? Like what happened right before we came on this call? Yeah, I do. Right before we came on this call, Steffi said to me, "Yo, is your shit getting rocked right now?" And
she totally
you guys know. Yeah, well, you guys know at home because I do the live at the Roxy every day. My shit has never been more rocked than it is right now. In like every area of my life, my shit got rocked in this last month and a half. It's been like bloody murder hell. So I was like, yes, that's for sure what's going on. So what, and then you were like, Dorina, you already went through it. You're fine. Steph, you still have to go. What does that mean? What's happening?
Right.
Yeah, so in astrology, or all astrologers, the Saturn return we think of as a rite of passage. So the Saturn return shouldn't be feared, should be accepted and surrendered to. So basically when you hit around 27, you start transiting into your Saturn return, which means Saturn is in the same place. It goes around, it takes 27 years to transit, and it comes back to home sign. When you turn Honestly, it's anywhere from 27 to 31. It depends on your chart. Rocks, I knew that yours was happening soon because I looked and you have Saturn in Aquarius, I believe. But you definitely are about to embark on your Saturn return. And
So how long does this take? Like right now, I'm going through hell. Am I
Yeah.
going to continue going through hell for a very long time?
so it's like the darkness comes before the dawn. So not for long, but you have to take the lessons from it. So your Saturn return is in your third house. So honestly, you're learning a lot of lessons about who you want to be around, who's important to you, community, and where you live. Like, do I want to live here? Also, I don't know if you have more sibling stuff going on, but third house is sibling stuff. But basically, your Saturn is teaching you a lesson that you will carry throughout your life. And since your Saturn return is third house, which also rules social media, it's really important for you to be like disciplined and be really like, be a leader in social media, which I think you already are. But
Thank you.
putting yourself out there and being vulnerable is really important right now. But Saturn's going to tell you you're not good enough, but you are. And just in general, like Saturn will fuck up a lot of other things like relationships, or it can fuck up living situations. Like you might have moved out or someone kicked you out or something happened or whatever. Something like that will come up, like lots of relationship stuff, love stuff, family stuff. In all areas, you'll get hit.
And so Dorina already went through hers.
Dorina, yeah, did you feel your Saturn return, Dorina?
Well, I probably at least a couple of times.
I know you
there's
have, for
definitely
sure.
been like shitty stuff in my life the last few years. I just everything from death to friendship betrayals, like all kinds of weird things. So I don't know if that's what that is. I don't know.
Totally.
Like, can you get like a couple of them? Is it just like, does it last like a few months, a few years? Like, how does that work?
It depends.
And do you get it like one time, or am I going to get another one later?
You'll get hit again if around 50. But the thing is you also have Uranus transits and other transits that are happening throughout your life. So depending on your specific birth chart, I can see why you got hit when you did. We could go back to the time and I can see what influences were causing that. A lot of Pluto stuff. By the way, all of the riots and things that were happening, that was a crazy astrological time. And I predicted that would happen like well before, and a lot of other astrologers did. So
you predicted specifically that would happen, or something?
I predicted danger and shit blowing up, with also the like ecosystem and government system and stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Can at some point or before the show ends, can you give us any sort of predictions for the rest of the year?
Sure.
Sweet.
And then Steph's thing is not for another couple of years, right? We don't know.
Yes, yours will be in about 2-ish years, but you're probably feeling it already, or some effects of it. You feel it. It's like a gradual burn, and then all of a sudden, you like after you get knocked off your ass, you're like, "What is happening right now? Like, what? Like, why? I don't deserve this." It feels very victim-y. So just own it. Own it.
Get rocked like badly, and then so now I always thought there was probably one more happening, but I don't want that. But you've now told me that I need to receive that, so I guess you
have to surrender to this, because whatever is not meant for you will not survive. Whatever is mediocre in your life will not survive. So whatever's happening to you, rocks, and I don't really know details, but trust me, it's meant to be, and just say goodbye gracefully to what's not longer serving you.
And you don't know how many months this is going to be for me?
I mean, I think you'll have some pretty good dips coming up. I mean, it's not going to be the entire year, so don't worry. It's just kind of like a blip in time.
Oh,
okay.
That's me right now. This is what Chris Hunt said. Hey, you guys, I'm Sagittarius. Am I effed? What does that mean?
No, Chris, you're not. No one's effed, by the way. But Sagittarius is actually like the one sign that's really confident and optimistic no matter what shit goes on. So using your sense of humor, which Sagittariuses are comedians, they're hilarious. So keep using that sense of humor to make pain funny. So no, you're not effed.
Okay, Dee, what was your question? What's happening for us for the rest of the year?
Yeah, I mean, since you were able to, read a little bit of this year and when everything going on in the world right now, like is shit gonna get worse and better? Like, what do you got for us?
Well, November in astrology isn't looking great. It's not looking solid.
For anybody?
for all of us globally. So basically, when this pandemic started, which I said something is going to happen because Jupiter and Pluto conjunction. Last time Jupiter and Pluto conjunct was the plague. So history repeats itself, and the Spanish flu, it repeats itself. So also, the riots and stuff was Saturn going into Aquarius. Last time Saturn went into Aquarius, not last time, but a few times was, I mean, the Martin Luther King speech.
Civil rights movement.
Yep.
Okay.
So history repeats itself. Astrology can tell a story. Like I said, take it or leave it. You don't have to believe, but there are some weird coincidences that happen, you know?
Wow.
Okay. So for all of us, look out for November.
Yeah, to keep your health in check, surrender to whatever happens with the election, but also just really November, December, January, it's best also for all of us in LA, like think about maybe vacation somewhere else for a month.
What month is that?
November.
Okay, good to know.
Vacation for a month. I gotta start saving up.
Wait, Steffi, someone just said, Joseph Ashley said election question, like, Roxy Stryer, and I'm just curious, is there any sort of understanding on what that's going to look like, or does that have anything to do with it at all?
And
So,
to add to Steph's question, do we have to fear anything? Which is my fear is authoritarianism related.
Well, it's tough for me. I haven't like truly looked at November fully because it's a little scary. So what I will probably do is I'll probably look at both of their birth charts and see. Trump had a really good birth chart transit, but versus Hillary last time, so I had a feeling he would win. I haven't looked at them now because I am a little scared.
Yeah.
But as far as what's meant to happen, even if he does get elected again, guys, there's going to be so many movements and so much hell being raised. So because of Saturn and Aquarius, we have to speak up. We have to fight for what's right in all of this stuff. So especially government systems, because Aquarius is for the people.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am hearing from you, Steffi, that he's going to probably get elected again. I know you didn't say that, but I am hearing that.
He's probably not going to get elected. He's probably going to rig the election. But anyways.
I don't know what will happen. I don't know
what
yet.
I am, Steffi, one thing that you've made clear is that in astrology, it seems to be that there's not necessarily a bad. It's kind of like a movement to move you into the place you're supposed to be.
Correct.
Okay.
Amen. Like that, it's people, like I said, like Rox was pretty scared at the beginning of this because I can do predictive astrology or electoral astrology. I can see like further dates going on, but honestly, no, like we're all really amazing, empowered women, and we make decisions that are based on our truth. So whatever and also the men out there, I mean, do things from your soul and you can't lose.
A couple more things going on. D, I think we have a Streamlabs. Can we get to that?
Yes, let me refresh. So we have thank you to Broken Blue. I clicked on the video and thought, holy shit, they got Ashley Tisdale. There you go. That's a compliment for you, Stephanie.
You do kind of look like Ashley Tisdale.
Were you on High School Musical?
I'd love to be.
Do you guys have a favorite famous person you share a zodiac sign with? I'm a Virgo, so obviously Beyonce.
I have no idea who's my sign.
I know
Rihanna.
I share a birthday with Stanley Kubrick, who's one of my favorite directors, and then Kate Beckinsale, who's fucking cool. So
love.
Oh, and Mick Jagger.
So Roxy for us, because we're both Cancer. So Ariana Grande is a Cancer. I don't know if we stan her.
I think Harrison Ford is my birthday, so maybe him.
Okay, cool. Let's rock
what's
that.
your date, Steffi? What's your birthday?
So I was born 7788.
Huh, wild.
Angel numbers, yeah.
Damn. Katie Robinson, the Good Witch in here, said, I'm at work, so I can't stay, but just wanted to drop in quick and say, hey, love you guys. So sweet. Love you,
Good
Katie.
witch. That's so sweet.
I know, she is a good witch. Tabitha in here said, hi, ladies, can you tell me anything about Virgos?
Yeah, so we touched a little bit on Virgos, but basically what's really good for you is you have a lot of friends, you have a lot of activities, you stay grounded, and that don't let tasks overwhelm you. Don't like get so caught up in I need to do this and I need to do that and I need to have a list of things. Just do things that feel good in the moment and don't get overwhelmed by work because Virgos can get swept away. But embody just like letting things come to you and solving things as you go and using your practical mind to solve problems, I guess.
Love that.
Yeah, seems like not too shabby of advice. I
They're
think
very
everybody can probably
unemotional,
take
which
that.
is very helpful because actually 3 of us water signs are pretty emotional.
Yeah.
Oh, D, you're the only non-water sign.
Yeah, I'm a fire sign, which I still don't know what that means.
Well, you balance us out for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So Steffi, you earlier you said you said the word meant to be. So I'm curious as to what your thoughts are just in general with astrology and your career basically. Like, do you think that the stars are aligned in a way for us and like we have a path that we have to go through each as an individual? Do you think that there's that thing that people talk about where there's destiny versus like freedom of choice, right? How do you feel
Yes.
about that?
Yeah, I think that's a tough line because you have free will as a human. So I use astrology. Like I said, I don't wake up and I'm like, what's my horoscope? Like I don't live off and die off my horoscope. I live and die off of my truth. And that aligns with my astrology already. I think my aha moment with astrology was when I found out some of my placements, like why I always have these random sicknesses that are so I'm in the hospital every month. It's just tough. And then I realized, oh, like that's because of this placement. It makes so much sense. So once I learned how to curb that, it helped my life. And then I also found out about my midheaven, which is all about career, was in Pisces, which is about healing people. So it kind of gives you permission and freedom of where, like I said, your gifts are and where you can give back to the world, but also where you can just be your badass self.
Okay. I like that answer.
But it's free choice. Always free choice.
I got some work to do, I
last
think.
minute any last advice for each of us just from what you read?
Oh God, no pressure.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Or warnings?
No warnings. Like I said, I think I pulled a tarot card for us before the reading, and it's Leo season, so I think the takeaway I want to give to the audience, and thank you, Whirl Girls, for having me. Have fun right now. Everything's so bogged and heavy. And like I said, November is looking a little dark. So I think for us, it's really important to just have fun, be light, speak your truth, just like go let loose, like have a glass of wine with friends on Zoom, like go walk around the neighborhood, go on a last minute road trip, like up the coast, whatever you want to do. Just remember that you're like having fun because I think we forgot how to do that in this quarantine.
I definitely agree with that.
So that's my last takeaway for all of it collectively for all of us. Why can't we just laugh more and like stop stressing about life? Because like no matter what, we're gonna go through ebbs and flows. But right now we can afford to be playful.
Totally.
Steffi, one more time where anybody who wants to contact you or do a reading like this or get in touch with somebody who has passed or any of the amazing things you do, how do they find you? Where can they do that?
Yeah, so they can find me on Instagram. I'm at spirit_sis. And my website is spiritsis.com. And I also just dropped a really cool transit calendar for the month. I'm going to be doing them monthly that will tell you what the energies are each day, like what will be a good day for love, a good day for business, a bad day. I have all of that plus personalized horoscopes for the month. So that's up on my website too.
Amazing.
Guys, Steffi Hill, everyone. Our only
Thank
personal
you.
experiences.
Incredible, Steffi.
I love you guys. Thanks for having me.
Thank you
so much.
Until next Wednesday for Whirl Girl Wednesdays, of course. D, where can everybody keep up with you?
I am at Evil Dorina on Instagram and Twitter, mostly yelling about happy things and also sad things like politics, etc. Speaking of politics, I'm starting a show with John Roca tomorrow. That premieres tomorrow. It's called Impolite Truths at 6 p.m. Hope you guys will dig that. Hope we will dig it. We will see because it's a heavy topic, but we are trying to look at things that are happening in a humanistic way because we want to spread more love than hate. And also, I'm on my own YouTube channel, Bad Bruja.
Bad Bruja. Everybody go find it now. She has these
Ah.
amazing dance parties, which we need. Steffi just said we all need to have a little more fun in our lives. And Dorina like DJs these great dance parties. So she's already taking Steffi's advice and trying to make things lighter. I love seeing that. Steph, what about you, babe?
All over social media at Steph Zabra. I know these times are tough, so if you ever need someone to just talk to and get through some things, I'm your girl. Also, I'll be releasing some election type of info coming up in the next 30 days. So we have 50 days to prep for this election. There's a lot of big things to vote for, a lot of things that people don't even realize are things to vote for. So I want to make sure I'm educating you on that so we can vote out the scum and bring back some greatness to this country.
We just heard from Steffi, November is going to be tough.
It's more so for COVID, but yes, it will be tough.
I'm just saying, like, do your fucking part at home. November's already going to be tough. So
one thing we can always go and make sure that you guys register for mail-in ballots if you don't feel comfortable going to polls. I know I did. I think it's a way safer thing to do, and it's easy that you can do from your home. So yeah.
Also, if you are watching this, you certainly are a fan of the Whirl Girl. So please go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We started a YouTube channel. We want to get the fuck off this channel and get the fuck on that channel so that we can all start just building Whirl Girls. So youtube.com/the Whirl Girls. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. We're currently at 300. So let's get that going. People, I know you guys will get us there really fast as we only launched it 2 days ago, which is awesome. You guys have been amazing. We're also going to be doing like some watch alongs there and some other fun stuff. But please go subscribe. You guys can find me at Roxy Stryer. I'll be back on this channel tomorrow, 1 p.m. live at the Roxy. Steffi, again, you rock. Thank you so much. Everybody go find her, follow her.
You girls rock.
Thank you.
And
this was so fun. Thank you.
And to everyone watching, thanks too.
I'll see you in Paris or Versailles, Monaco.
Let's go to print. Let's do it.
We're doing it. Bye, guys.
Bye.